onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On first down, it's Harvey, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. But the Vikings and 49ers, you might remember, met in the divisional round of the playoffs a season ago. The Vikings coming in off the overtime win against New Orleans, but the 49ers, they were rested and ready, and they got a couple of touchdown runs from Tevin Coleman. And their defense shut out the Vikings in the second half as that wound up a 27-10 Niner victory. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Here's Jackson, and he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Wilson. And this is incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsay. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
gun, it's Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
This time Wilson will throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Minnesota.
Robert Foster, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now Jackson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Dancing to his left. And he whips that one incomplete there.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. This is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
49ers.
That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
Yeah, he did. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
From the 44, Wilson. This is the tight end fan. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he will have a Vikings first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Kalen Ballage out of the back.
Wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it. That's going to be 15 yards.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. It's Harvey. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They go play action now. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
At the 21-yard line.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Neal brought him down. A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Vikings.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
And a sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's Wilson to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
So one first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do, and what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate him and really say thanks because he threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 39-yard line.
Jackson looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Out to his left. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
18-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and inches.
Now a give right side. Harvey, and he's he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone, and that's exactly what he did there.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
5-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
First down, Minnesota.
One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsay. Room here to run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Operating from the gun, Wilson. He dumps it underneath here to Lindsay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got his target. That's more. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. They run it with Ballage. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Kalen Ballage.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
He may try and run for this. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
3 yards. It's now 4th down.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and run with Ballage. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Tyus Bowser able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, he's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
That's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and build the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Philip Lindsey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he fires one incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Lamar Jackson.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. On the return, Jackson. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 41-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A gain of 6 there on first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
And 4 yards to go.
From the gun, Wilson. This is Fant on the short completion. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
10 at their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. From the gun, it's Jackson escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Jackson on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
6-yard line.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Jackson looking left side. Andrews with it complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And they're going to be He's set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had it. And
he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Niners 14. Vikings.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
A loss of 9 yards.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
Wilson's
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Tyus Bowser able to record his 5th sack of the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Jackson going to look to do it himself. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, 49ers. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy's simply sensational.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way,
trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Lindsey. He had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. Lindsey, first down and more than that. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
27-yard line.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
From the gun, Wilson eluding the... And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. This is caught. He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Jackson, he's going to keep it himself. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
The tackle made by...
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. 43 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jackson, a short throw caught by Andrews. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Complete to Mark Andrews. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd down, here's the option. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And that'll make it 3rd down.
3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Operating from the gun, Jackson got his man complete over the middle. That's Harvey. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
And inches at the 5-yard line.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
Goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This drive started way back inside their own 5. Now they're looking for the capper. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good.
Niners 34, Vikings 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
18 on the play. 1st down, Vikings.
From the gun, it's Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
1st down.
You got nothing. Go.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Carried by the wide receiver.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Gain of 8. Brings up
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
touchdown.
Russell Wilson. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. On the option, Jackson will keep it. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He may try and run for this. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson can really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Pick up a 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Jackson, option right. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Taken down.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That's to his running back, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10.
Today's final score, Niners 34.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Niners, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.